Alright guys, Fuller coming to you with another video. I hope y'all are doing well, and I hope y'all are living your best life. And I hope y'all brought in the New Year's in a safe and sound collected manner. Okay? I don't know how really to begin what I'm about to say, because it may not make sense to some people, but I've been getting bombarded with, like, in my private messaging, especially on Instagram and things like that. They say that I go hard on the carbonnation women, and that, you know, I am showing no mercy, and that I lack compassion, and that I am like chauvinist and things of that nature. People are trying to paint that card upon me. Now, the reason why, and a lot of people are of course saying that, oh, you know, they're young, they should have, like, they should be dealt with in a different way, but they're old enough to understand what they're doing, and they're old enough to realize that they're oppressing their selves. Okay, they're oppressing themselves. So one thing is about this, and people, the thing is that we already have enough issues in between gender relations between the black man and the black women. We have enough issues as it is already. You know, it's not, I mean, it's, at this point, I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of times it's a toxic matter, okay? Everything is toxic. You know, we're bickering with one another, going back and forth. We're trying to point the blame on who did what, who's responsible for what, and things like that, okay? So it's already bad. So when you have a dusty-ass Negro, and on top of that dusty-ass Negro, you have like 3 or 4 skettles who are co-signing that dusty-ass Negro, is an honestly, what they're painting is that, you know, the high quality male doesn't mean shit. And I'm not saying that I'm a high quality male, I'm not saying that, but what they're basically saying is a nigga who literally just sits around all day, going live, has not built anything, has not established any sovereignty, has not established self-determination, has not established like a grassroots operation, basically is preferred over someone who's actually doing something, who's actually having an effect on their community. One of the such people who is having a great effect on their community and raising health awareness in such a sound way is a guy by the name of Wellness Mogul. Shout outs to him. You know, I really tap in with what he has to say in regards to nutrition and things like that. And he does it in a calm and a sober way, right? So the thing is that with me, I was debating, like, do I really want to do an edit on 7? Like, am I thinking of, like, should I do an edit on 7 right now? Because it was like going through my head, like, like maybe that will be something good to do. You know what I mean? I've dragged practically all of them already, right? The thing is and this is not going to make sense to a lot of people, okay? I'm just warning you this right now. And another thing I want to say before I go into this is that before I make a video on these scoundrels, I always consult an elder asking them like, hey, should I do this video? Should I really like be one to, do this? Should I say this? Should I talk about this? Or should I leave it alone? I ask that all the time. And all of them say the same thing, that if it's in your breast, let it out. And what they mean by that is, if it's in your heart, if it's in your chest, let it out. Just let that thing out. So I'm going to do it with this. Okay. The reason why I go so hard on 7 is because the significance of the number 7. I don't know if Nature Boy gave her that name. I'm not quite sure what happened, or if she had it already or something like that. But in my belief system, in the esoteric affair that I'm involved in, the number 7 is very significant because of a lot of things. And I'm going to go into those things. Okay? And then I'm going to compare and contrast if she represents those things or not. The number 7 is what we call in our system is the face of God. And what that means is that not literally the face of God, it means the love of God. In God's eyes, the number 7 is a perfect number, okay? And you can look at all the esoteric systems that predate, the ones that we have now, and they all have that feature of the number 7, okay? Another thing about the number 7 is, not saying that I am special. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not about to go into semantics and say that. But the number 7, I was born on the 7th month of this lunar calendar. Okay, I was born in that month, so that makes it significant, right? But let me go into the spiel of why I value this number so much, and I'm just gonna give you guys something else about it too. Now, the thing is, according to us, God created the world in 6 days, and on the 7th day, he just established his power, and that basically showed that he can do whatever he wills, on the 7th day. Okay? The thing is, there's 7 days in the week. There's 7 continents in the world. There's 7 levels of the perfect atom. And the things that make up the universe, atoms, there's 7 levels of it for it to be perfect. The planets, the mobile planets, there's 7 of those as well. According to our belief system, there's 7 levels of heaven, there's 7 levels of hell as well. Okay? According to my belief system, which involves a pilgrimage that is actually, that symbolizes the steps of a black woman, Many people don't know that, but that's a different video in itself. There's actually 7 circumlations, I think they call them. Like 7 trips around the holy place, okay? The opening chapter of our book, there's 7 verses, okay? In our book, 7 levels of heaven and 7 levels of hell appear exactly 7 times. Also, 7, the words good, I believe, appear like 7 times in there, and evil appeared 7 times as well. also, when it comes down to it as well, one of the other things is that, what am I trying to say? One of the other features is that there's, how should I put it? Let me think about this for a second. I don't want to get too confused myself, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm not a teacher, okay? I'm still very much a student of this affair, and I'm still very much seeking. I'm still very much trying to be better, because in this affair, the key thing is perfection of character. That's the key principle, is having good character. Okay? That's the main thing. Good character. Right? Now, another significant thing about the number 7 is that there's 7. Oh yes. There's in our system, there are 7 musical notes from the pronunciation of our letters, okay? That's another thing. So this number is very sacred to me, and I hold it dearly in my heart, okay? So when a number that is originally meant for good is on a person who is doing evil, it really just, I try my best, okay? I'm telling you, I really do strive to contain myself, okay? I really do, but it really literally makes me feel a certain way in my heart, okay? Because when you look at 7, the one named 7, look at what she's doing. One thing she did, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? She brought her kids around a creep who is a pedophile. Okay? The thing is this, okay? If what is said is true by his former wife, or I guess still his wife, if what is said is true, he was planning to interbreed his kids. And do you know that in doing so, you can cause deformity upon kids? Do you know that incest can actually cause a kid not to walk upright and cause defects? It has happened. Okay? So when I hear these things, it's like, oh my God. Not to mention the fact that she is actually, when she's interacting with this guy, when she is like giving this guy play, when she is, you know, actually saying and gassing him up, she's basically co-signing everything that he's about. And what he's about is domestic violence. We know that, okay? That's for a fact. You know, he's about domestic violence. We know that he cannot control his sexual desires, okay? We understand that. We know that he is about spreading false information. We understand that. We know that he is about oppressing himself so much that his oppression goes to other people. And so everybody gets a whiff of it, you know? So when I see her all giggling and stuff like that, and don't get me wrong, guys, I'm not really vested in this, okay? Don't get it twisted. I don't spend around all day looking at what these people do. Okay, I don't do that. I just observe what I see from time to time. Okay, when I have some downtime, that's what I do. I would say that honestly, with the whole carbonation thing, if we were to give a percentage of how much that takes out of my day, I would say it's about 0.5% out of my day. Okay, if less than that. So another thing too, okay, and this happened recently. She's letting this guy groom her kids, okay? She's letting a complete creep tell her kids, like, oh, I thought you loved me. I thought you guys loved me. There's two things in life, pleasure and pain. And he doesn't mean that in the sense of, he doesn't mean that in the sense that there's going to be trials and tribulations in life. He means that in the sexual manner, okay? And that's the bottom line. And she's co-signing it, putting her kids on camera, skinning and grinning. So her having that name just really does something to me, man. It really does. And it's just that, it just brings this out of me. Like, that's why I call her a giraffe. You know, because it really brings this out of me, because I know what the number 7 means from my personal belief system. And there's different things about 7. Like, you know, there's multiple of 7s. The thing is, there's multiple of 7s that add to other divine numbers. You know what I mean? We have something called a magic square. And a magic square, like, it consists of, it's like, what did they call that? What did that call that game? It's like a Chinese game. I forgot it though, but it's kind of like a Chinese type game, where you have to like add the numbers in boxes, and then those numbers have to make one grand total all around the numbers, or something like that. I forgot the name of that game. But we have something in our system that's called a magic square. And that magic square, it equals the numbers of like, for example, if a number is 15, all around that magic square, there'll be 9 boxes. In those 9 boxes, if you go vertical, if you go horizontal, if you go diagonal, if you go any sort of way, those numerical values in those boxes will always equal 15. And 7 is involved in that equation. So this is why it just like it just really bugs me and grinds my gears. You know, it really grinds my gears. Because here this woman is subjecting her kids to someone who we know has nothing but evil in his heart. Okay? And I'm just going to end it on this note, okay? I'm just going to end it here. Just going to end it with this. For all you women out there, okay? And I'm specifically talking to black women who may hear this video. When you choose someone to lay down with, please choose very wisely. Okay? Please choose very wisely when you decide, or when you know there's a chance you may have a seed. Okay? Please just do that. And if you're not going to choose wisely, please get on a plan B, or have that person use protection. Okay, kids don't deserve that kind of thing. Kids are by nature born innocent. Their parents subject them to things. So please, be very wise with who you choose to lay down with. Okay, please. Okay? And if you're not going to be wise and you have kids, please, and you're at odds with the baby daddy, Okay? Please find men in your family that are going to be able to be a positive influence on those kids. Please. You owe it to them. You really do. I'm sorry to say it, but you really do owe it to them. Kids don't deserve to be subjugated to predators like nature does, okay? And I'm sorry to say it. I'm really sorry to say this, okay? But when I think that she has the number 7 and what that means, oh my God, it almost brings me to damn tears, okay? It really does. And I'm not I'm not saying that I'm the hardest nigga or anything like that, but I'm a nigga that pretty much can stay collected in you know, when the heat is on. I'm pretty much able to do that, okay? So please, when you guys are choosing these men, please choose wisely. Please. It just really bothers me that she has this name and that he gave her this name. You know, and she kept it. Her name should be -666, or her name should be 666. I'm sorry, man, for saying it like that. And as long as it compels me to be this way, I'm still gonna have the feeling I have about these women at Carbonation, okay? When a woman respects herself, when a woman has herself and dignity and realizes her worth, then I'm gonna give them all the respect in the world, and I'm gonna support whatever they're doing, especially if it's making a positive impact on people. Then I'm gonna support them. But if a woman doesn't respect herself and she's knowingly not respecting herself, then I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to keep on doing this. You know, and it's not just the women at Carbonation, man. It's the Cardi B's, it's the Amber Roses, it's all of them. It's all of those women who promote promiscuity, lewdness, and all that stuff, okay? I haven't done videos on them lately, but it doesn't mean I'm not thinking about, like, what these women do. Like, nah, I'm being real with you, okay? I'm being real with you. You know, I'm being completely honest with you. So, with that being said, I'm not gonna draw this out. I just wanted to, like, get that off my chest. The reason why I go so hard at her, because it's that number 7, man. It's that number 7, you know. That's the thing. You know, it just has so many significant things, you know. Now that I think about it, it has so many significant things. One of my teachers, Rahmatullah alayhi, but may God have mercy on him, he died at the age of 63. And he was a pole of spirituality and high God recognition. Okay? He died at 63. How do you get 63? 7 times 9. You know? He was born on the 15th of December, according to this calendar. What's 8 plus 7? 15. Okay. Can go on and on, man. Can go on, but I'm not. You know, hopefully y'all understand where I'm coming from. Hopefully you guys will understand why I do what I do. You know, hopefully you guys understand this. You know. And if you've watched some of my edits, it's not like I have just energy for the women there. I have energy for the men as well. You know? So, just understand, okay? And by no means am I saying I'm better than them. Not saying that, okay? What I'm saying is that I recognize when something's not right. And they recognize when something's not right, but they just have the audacity to sweep it under the rug. That's what I'm saying, man. That's it. Well, anyhow, man, leave your thoughts, leave your comments, and let me know if I made myself clear, okay? And I want to say that there are women who co-sign for what they do. And they'll also get the same energy as I give them. Because if you're a woman who co-signs what they do and things like that, then you're no better than them. And if you have kids, I feel sorry for your kids. You know, that their mom is a complete dud. Okay? A complete dodo bird. Well, let me stop, man. I think I expressed myself enough. Y'all get the drift. Leave your thoughts and leave your comments. Me signing out, Fuga signing out, and y'all know.